Hey, what's going on, guys? Today I'm here at Dave Fisher's Powerhouse Gym in Torrance, California. You may have seen a couple of weeks ago, Koios had sent me on a challenge to take me out of my comfort zone and team me up with Sam, a 20-year-old CrossFit coach who put me through a couple of couplets in his CrossFit box and really pushed my metabolic system. Well, today I flipped the script on that, and I've invited Sam down to Powerhouse Gym, and I'm gonna put Sam through a bit of training my style, try and take him out of his comfort zone. Speaking of the man, here he is.
Hey Rob, how's it going?
Good, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm not too bad.
Feeling well? Feeling ready for this?
Yeah, what have you got down here?
Okay, I'm glad you asked. Unlike CrossFit, very metabolic type training, really did push my sort of energy systems. I'm gonna do the same with you, but we're gonna focus just on arms.
Wait,
just biceps.
Arms.
Yep, that's what we're doing. Biceps, nothing else.
Not pull-ups, no like rowing.
None of that, just biceps. Superset exercises, 2 exercises back to back. I've got 3 of them. We're gonna run through all of it in about half an hour. It's gonna shock your biceps, pump them up, and really allow us to focus on the long head and the short head. Sound good?
Yeah, so you're gonna get me swole, yeah?
I'm gonna get you swole, get you pumped.
Okay. Before
We've done a lot.
do you have any of those drinks that we had last time?
Actually, I'm glad you asked. Yeah, I've got some couple of new flavors for you.
Okay.
Apricot vanilla, and got these, a powder for you as well. So whenever you're doing your programming or you're with your clients, instead of drinking all those sugar-free energy drinks like I've been used to, mix a scoop of that, bottle of water, good to go. So you've got the MCTs, electrolytes, healthy fats in there, and it's a nootropic, so it's going to allow you to focus, greater clarity, good energy as well. Save that right now. I want to get on with the first of our supersets.
All right, let's get on.
All right, let's go over there. All right, Sam, so first superset here, incline bench, got a barbell and a single dumbbell. We're gonna superset the 2.
Sounds simple enough to me.
It does, but here's where it starts to take a new level of sort of progression and difficulty. Instead of just doing barbell curls and dumbbell curls, everyone's done to a degree something like that in their life. We're gonna be a little bit more specific throughout this entire workout. And what I mean by that is we're gonna be focusing on more of the long head, the short head, really get some detail in there, some definition. Something that... Okay, you say that, but during the CrossFit thing, I was keeping strict form, and I nearly had you on every exercise, and you were throwing your legs up and down and...
Efficiency of movement, my friend.
Okay, well, I'm glad you mentioned that. Look, this is about efficiency, but it's about focus on particular movement and technique. So not only am I gonna be putting you through this exercise combo, but we're gonna be introducing a lot more shocking principles in.
Okay.
So we're gonna get you up to those 10, 12 reps, maximum amount of weight. We're gonna reach muscle failure.
Okay.
Then we're gonna add a new shocking principle in to be able to push that threshold even higher. So first one, we're gonna perform a pronated or an incline bench barbell curl.
Okay.
We're gonna hold the bar about shoulder width apart.
Okay.
Supinated grip, underhand. We're gonna get back you on the chest, just above the bench like this, so the arms are hanging freely.
Gotcha.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna curl up towards, open back down. I don't want a full length in the bicep, I want to keep tension throughout the entire range. So don't open out the arms fully. Yeah, always keep some tension in.
Okay.
We're gonna curl up, slowly back down. None of this explosive movement that I know you're used to. Nah, with this, I'm gonna slow, controlled, and actively squeeze and contract the bicep up at the top. Immediately from there, I'm gonna pull the bench up. Come up a little bit higher onto the bench.
Like
Even higher, there you go. Slow it down just a bit, about half that speed. Up, squeeze, and lower back down. Pull the arms forwards a bit. You're still too quick. Slowly back down, good. Keeping the arms in that position. So don't allow the elbows to pull back. Here we go, now all of the bicep is performing the work. All of the effort is being done by the bicep. If the elbow starts to pull back, you're now using some of the lat, the deltoids as well to be able to lift that weight. Let's get that contraction in the bicep a little bit more. So up, squeeze. I want you to hold that squeeze a little bit longer.
Okay.
There you go. Exhale as you curl up. So exhale, contract that muscle. Hold the squeeze momentarily up at the top. Release back down, resist. Good. Give me 2 more of those. Very nice. 1 more. Slowly back down. I'm going to take the weight from you. Okay, superset though. So no rest. We're going to move straight on. I told you, you're coming into my world. This is how I train. So go on the right arm first.
On the right, okay.
Remember, we got that external rotation. Yeah, so just a slight. It doesn't need to be all the way round. All right. Stop there. Open out the arm. Okay. First thing I said,
Yeah.
alignment.
Oh, okay.
You've got the elbow shifted in. That's gonna put strain not only on the wrist and put some unnecessary strain on the elbow, but we're not placing an optimal load on the bicep. When the bicep is directly sort of above that line, the full width of the bicep is performing all of the work. Now the shoulder, elbow, and wrist are much more aligned.
Okay.
We're gonna curl up. Just give me a couple of reps curling the dumbbell up towards your shoulder. Opening it out on the way back down, that's great. Now let's incorporate that external wrist rotation in as you curl up.
Oh.
So a couple of pointers. Straightness of the arm.
Okay.
You want to have the elbow slightly rotated out so that you've got that straight line.
Yep.
I don't want the weight to touch down on the bench and no resting up here.
Okay.
So it's a fluid, consistent motion throughout those 12 repetitions. Come on, really, you got a mirror in front of you. Where's the shoulder in relation to your elbow? Okay, that's better, that's better. Let's open out the arm. Nice and straight, we're not touching down, good. Up, external rotation, there we go. So a lot of this training is about working the muscle through a very fluid motion.
I believe it. 12.
Okay, let's repeat that 2 more times.
Wait, what?
That's what we're doing, a circuit here. Superset. You had me do exercise for time. Basically perform that, and we're done. Took us 6 minutes in total to do everything. Really push the muscle to its threshold.
Okay.
And often, because we're depleting our energy system, our muscular energy, our glycogen, if we're increasing the weight, that volume is going to start to decrease. And we don't want to get into the 3, 4, 5 reps being fatigued. For strength and power training, absolutely. But for conditioning, like you said, all about the look, well, we got to stick with that 10, 12 rep ceiling limit. Like this. Okay, we're just getting warmed up. Let's move on, exercise combo number 2. And for this one, I'm gonna move away from the free weights, get you on some cables, and you know, we'll bring a dumbbell back into it as well. So let's go check out over there.
Dumbbells are my friend. Let's go.
All right, bring that weight over here.
Why do you stop me carrying this weight?
We need it. All right, look,
For a reason.
2 exercises here.
Okay.
Superset again, so back to back. Cables now. Benefit of cables over free weights or even machines. The way that the weight is positioned using this pulley system, it provides a consistent level of tension on the muscle throughout the entire range of motion. At any point in that range of motion, we have the same amount of tension placed on that bicep.
Cool.
So here is just as hard as here, here, and here. In other words, there's no sticking point
Consistency.
at any point. We're going to attach our bar onto the cable. Arms are at the side of the body. You're going to curl up, slowly back down. You're going to keep the upper arms fixed at the side.
Yeah.
So we're not bringing the arms up.
Okay.
Let the biceps work, just like that.
Okay.
Not allowing the weights to touch down. By the time you get to your 12th rep, this is really going to be pulling on you. We pick up our dumbbell, classic concentration curl. So elbow position towards the outside of the knee. We want to have a straight line as well, wrist, elbow, shoulder, so that that bicep is required to do as much of the effort, the work as it needs to be able to curl that weight up. So the arm isn't down here, it's rotated out, up against the side of the knee. Now as we curl up, no kind of external rotation here. And you might think this is a very similar movement to the incline bench curl that we had done.
Yeah.
The difference being our arm was in front and supported and we're curling up. This one, just that rotation round and curling up here instead of there with the arm positioned in the front is going to have an effect on which kind of section of that muscle is going to be focused on. Yeah, 12 reps, that's really going to start to hit you around that 9th or 10th rep. Slow it down, up, squeeze, resist back down. Better tempo. Okay, see where the elbow is? I want you to keep the elbow against my hand. Don't allow my elbow to come up. So if your range of motion is limited to that, what are we on? I'm gonna call that 6. Too much resting. Let's go. 6 more. 5, don't let the elbow lift up from my arm. Now it's much more fluid. It's a smooth motion, up and down. That was your 12?
Yeah.
All right, let's pick up, dumbbell, straight into it. I think the biggest thing with this is realizing that it's not a race. We're not going head to head like we were in CrossFit. Keep the elbow position more on the outside. There we go. I want a definitive pause at the top and bottom of the rep. What are we on?
Like 8, 9.
I'm hitting 12 reps, straight back on the cables, 12 reps.
Oh my God.
After each of our kind of last working set, I want you to hold an isometric tension. You know what that is?
Like
Basically, you're creating tension in the muscle isometrically without any external resistance. You can sit like this. I want you to create tension in that muscle.
Okay.
I want you to hold it for 10 seconds. Squeeze as hard as you can as if your life depended upon it.
Okay.
And then ease out. Still breathe, don't hold your breath. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ease out of that.
Right.
The glycogen, basically the power cell within the muscle, we're depleting that. Throughout this exercise, then this one. We're doing the same thing here as far as conditioning to get all of those striations and muscle separation. This isometric hold that I wouldn't say you need to do for every set on every exercise, but certainly at the end of each of our sort of exercise sets that we're doing, I like to keep to a certain kind of resistance, and then after that, I'm just squeezing that muscle. Now, especially in the legs, if you do this after some heavy leg training, the next day, DOMS, delayed onset muscle soreness, is basically a sign from the body to say that you're going into a state of recovery now.
Yeah.
So the more that we get the point to that body, basically the faster the body is having to adapt to that, and with the adaptation comes change.
I'm not faking it when I feel that pain. Like that's tough.
During a lot of the CrossFit movements, you're using a lot of different muscle systems all at once.
Yeah.
You know, like you said, it's a metabolic training designed to kind of use as much of the energy, increase the body's metabolic rate as quickly and by as much as possible. That's not really the name of the game with this.
Yeah.
It's more about specific muscle heads, and like I said, how can we work this muscle intensely from a variety of different angles to make sure that we're not just doing the same movement.
I must admit, like this sort of training, like I didn't think I could keep up with you with the weight that you use, and I was just like, okay, we'll see how this goes.
I'm able to keep more of my size, my strength, my conditioning without having to go through all of the same sort of training programs and consistently pushing myself like I did when I was growing. So, you know, it's an age thing as well, muscle maturity.
Yeah, that is true, yeah.
But the fact that you're that much younger than me and you're still able to push that limit,
Yeah.
that's a testament to the kind of training that you do. We're going to move on, have a look at one more exercise superset, and that will really kind of push you up to the top. All right, so our last superset exercise is pretty much based here. So with the dumbbells, you heard the hammer curl before?
Vaguely, yeah.
Okay, so a semi-supinated grip. We're going to do cross-body hammer curls. I find this really great for kind of emphasizing more of this, I guess, the long head and the brachialis of the bicep.
Gotcha.
So let me show that one first.
All right.
Basically, as we curl, we're bringing the arm in front.
Oh, like so, okay. So not out like so.
No, so we're bringing the arm and the elbow round pulling that dumbbell up almost towards our chin, and it's this tempo.
Gotcha.
Nothing too quick. Squeeze that bicep up and hold. So 12 on each arm. That's 24 together. Right, exactly. Again, I'll point out you have me doing 21, 15, and 9.
Yeah, okay.
21 pull-ups, or as you were calling them, Kiplings. This is whatever. We're doing strictness here.
All right.
We're focusing on your form, on your technique. We're really going to make that muscle work hard and not allow any other muscles to really interfere with that movement. Overhand grip. Elbows at the side. And look at the wrists. They're going to stay fixed and strict as we curl up. We're not allowing the elbows to come forwards. Everything looks simple until you apply it and realize it's quite a bit tougher than it might look. So dumbbells in each hand. Let's start with our cross-body hammer curls. So don't just think about the movement, think about muscle activation. Consciously be aware of what you're working here and focus on contracting, squeezing, engaging that muscle to be able to perform the task rather than simply just trying to lift that weight up and achieve the number of reps. Your back shouldn't be moving away from my hand. We're just rotating that shoulder around. I know what you're thinking. That's pretty easy. I could do this all day. You say that until you hit a wall and you can no longer function or perform at that same rate and effort. So our whole goal with this sort of weight training game is when I say 10, 12 reps, we want to reach fatigue or muscle failure around that 10th, 11th rep. Really have to push high and assert a lot of effort to get to that 12th rep. And then those shocking principles that we've used, that's going to only push us higher without needing to increase the weight, which can increase the risk of injury.
Gotcha.
Okay, dumbbells back down.
Alrighty.
With a little shake, pick that easy bar up right behind you. I'll pass it to you.
Thanks so much.
Okay, overhand grip on this one.
Like this?
Elbows tucked in. It's gonna shock you, so.
How many reps?
No more, 12.
Okay.
Keep the elbows in, I don't want the arms going back.
Okay.
Because you've shocked the energy system, you've drained that muscle glycogen performing that first crossbody.
Yeah.
Strictness. I see the knees starting to bend as you're trying to bounce it up. We don't do any of that here. Nice, give me the final 6. Don't try and speed up, it's not a race again. You start to get quicker as we get towards the end of the reps. Okay, I want 3 more, 3 more. Focus here. There you go. Resist back down on this one. Don't allow that weight just to fall down. All right, we're not done. Isometric tension. Let's get the arms bent. Any which way you want, but I want you to squeeze that bicep, hold it for 10 seconds. Don't bounce, just focus on that squeeze. I'm gonna start the countdown at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, relax. How do you feel?
Like I've worked out.
Okay, we've only done like 2 sets of each. Usually we'd be doing 3, and we've been talking a lot between each of our working sets.
I get it. It's definitely tough. I must admit, like, I wasn't expecting much coming into this gym. And
Okay, okay.
where's the rig at, like what we're gonna do, but I definitely see those exercises being something that I'm gonna put into my programming.
Okay,
And,
I'm happy for that.
I always want hypertrophy within myself and other athletes around me, so.
A little bit more of an isolated approach to training.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, and likewise with me. I'm doing a lot more, like I said, couplets,
That's good.
metabolic training, and incorporating this within sort of the standard weight training. Well, listen, on the end of that note, thank you all for watching. Thank Koios as well for the products and also, I guess, connecting us to and getting us into
definitely.
each other's training. I'll provide more information about the drinks, the powders in the description below. Sam, I know you're putting a lot of great information out there on your Instagram, so I'll put all of that information below.
Absolutely. Check me out, guys.
final thoughts for people watching based on the past couple of videos that we've kind of gone into each other's worlds?
I think honestly, when it comes to hybridization, like you were saying that you should implement other disciplines in the fitness industry, I think that's a great thing because it's always going to shock your body, whether you're going to do a CrossFit couplet WOD or you're going to do some pure bodybuilding.
Right. The body basically acclimatizes to what we're doing,
Yeah.
the stresses, the routine, no more change comes around. And I think that's what people experience when they perform a routine, whatever that might consist of, but they become stagnated in it simply because their body has gotten used to doing what they're doing. It's become efficient. The body is...
routine.
It does. The body likes to do a routine to become efficient. So our job in the gym or the box is to find ways to shock the system, shock the body, and continue to kind of push us out of our comfort zone, which, like Kurios had mentioned, is something that I think we've both done now, both in CrossFit and in weight training.
I can't feel my arms.
Okay, well, on that note, let's go get some food.
Yeah,
let's go get out of this gym, and guys, we'll see you back here, whether with Sam in future videos, but we'll continue this sort of challenge going into other training disciplines and bringing some of them into my world at the gym. So keep your comments, let us know what more you want to see of, any questions that you've got, and we'll be sure to try and implement them within future videos. So thank you for watching. Go put some of this into your training routines and let us know how you get along. We'll see you soon. Take care.